Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1981 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox at Comiskey Park. On the mound for Detroit is Milt Wilcox, whose record is 0-1 with a 17.47 ERA. And pitching for the White Sox today is Jon Matlack, whose record is 0-1 with a 5.22 ERA. And so we're going to just forget the Orioles series ever happened because we got swept and it was embarrassing every game. Mostly our starting and relief pitching really let us down. And so at the end of that series, we were offered a trade from the Oakland A's that I could not refuse. We got ourselves Rickey Henderson, and I had to give up Rick Russell, which I was glad to do, and some other players, including Dan Schatzeder, who was a really great left-handed relief pitcher for us. And I also got a relief pitcher back in that deal. And we'll talk more about that once we get started with the game. The other positive thing that happened is we got Milt Wilcox back, who's going to be starting today's game. We had a day off here. And so all the bullpen is rested. We got Wilcox, we've got Rickey Henderson, and it's going to be a better day. I have a good feeling. I can promise you right now that I'm going to be stealing with Rickey Henderson every time he gets on base. So, I have no problem with him getting thrown out. What I do have a problem with is our pitching staff, which is in rough shape because we did lose a workhorse in Rick Russell. So getting Wilcox back, we had to move Jerry Uger in the number 5 spot of the rotation. Bruce Robbins, who would have been perfect, was injured in that final game of the series against the Orioles. So we're in a little bit of trouble as far as a 5th starter goes. We have no one ready other than Jerry Uger. So we'll address that at another time. Additionally, we got Bob Lacey back from the A's, who's a left-handed pitcher who's going to take over Schatzy's role. If that doesn't work out, I do have 2 lefties in the AAA that we can call up. So, and then here we go. Here's our lineup, and as you can see, Jon Matlack is a lefty. And so we have our versus lefty lineup in there, which is mostly righties. And we lost Ed Putman, our backup catcher, in that deal. And so we brought Marty Castillo up from the AAA. He is a catcher as his primary position. He also plays third and first base. Today he's going to be playing first. And we're going to be sitting JT and also Gibby and Wayne Gross, who all struggle versus lefties. The odd man out in the Rickey Henderson trade is Omar Moreno, who was performing really well in the number 9 spot. But, I mean, come on. I mean, what am I going to say no to Rickey Henderson? The good news is that Omar can play defensively at all 3 outfield positions. And so he's going to get plenty of at-bats. And he's also a great 4th outfielder in case someone gets injured. So we're not going to cry for Omar Moreno. So we're going to go ahead and go down the Detroit Tigers lineup. Rickey Henderson, of course, all the players that we got from the A's will have new cards created in the Detroit Tigers uniform. Those are being created right now by Jeremy DeJong, and he just got back from vacation today, so within the next couple days, we'll have those cards created. So, nonetheless, let's go ahead and start the Detroit Tigers lineup. Here's Rickey Henderson playing center field, batting leadoff for Detroit in his first game as a Tiger. Batting second and at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting cleanup at catcher is Lance Parrish. Batting 5th and in right field is Gary Hancock. Batting 6th and DHing is Barry Bunnell. Batting 7th and making his season debut is Marty Castillo at first base. Batting 8th and at third base is Tom Brookins. And batting 9th at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. And on the mound for the Sox is Jon Matlack. Last year, Matlack was 9-0 in an injury-filled year for the Rangers, and he signed with the White Sox in the offseason for a pretty hefty contract. He's already 0-1 with that 5.22 ERA, 18 Ks, and opponents are batting .314 against him. Matlack was a first-round draft pick in 1967 by the New York Mets. He was 4th overall in that first round. In 1972, he won the Rookie of the Year award. He had 3 All-Star appearances from 1974 to 1976 for the Mets. In 1976, he also finished 6th in MVP voting. And then he, in the 1973 playoffs, he won a complete game against the Cincinnati Reds, the Big Red Machine, in the NLCS, and then he pitched 3 starts in the World Series that went 7 games against the Oakland A's, in which the Mets lost. That's a fun team to look up if you ever get a chance to go to Baseball Reference. Type in the 1973 New York Mets team that was managed by Yogi Berra, and they're a lot of fun to read about. Anyway, Matlack was done with baseball by 1983 due to injuries and ineffectiveness. And he actually became the pitching coach for the Detroit Tigers in 1996. I do not remember that. I had to look it up. That was the year that the Tigers went 53-109, managed by Buddy Bell. Other coaches on that team was Terry Francona, Larry Herndon, and Ron Esther. So just some interesting facts there about Jon Matlack. The other thing that most people don't know, that I just happen to know this fact, is Roberto Clemente got his 3,000th hit, his final hit against Jon Matlack before he perished in that plane crash in the offseason. So just a little note there. Anyway, here we go. Let's get started. Defensive lineup for the Chicago White Sox, as you can see right here. And Rickey Henderson leading off in his first at-bat as a Tiger. Oh, he strikes out. Oh, no. Is that an ominous start? I don't know. But Matlack was a strikeout pitcher. He actually has a record for strikeouts by a left-handed pitcher for the Mets in a season with 205. But Trammell comes through with a base hit, and do we want to go for 2? No, we're not going to go for 2 against Rusty Kuntz, even though his arm is not very strong. We've learned our lesson. He has gunned us down many times. Here is Steve Kemp, lefty on lefty, 1 for 4 against Matlack when he was with the Rangers. And Kemp hits a fly ball to center field, and that's caught for the second out. That'll leave it up to Parrish with 2 down. And a base hit for Lance to left. Trammell hustles into third, so it's first and third for Gary Hancock. Hancock batting .284 with 4 home runs on the season, and he hits a ground ball to third, and Joe Gates makes the play to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Here is the lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Batting leadoff and playing third base is Joe Gates. Batting second and at first base is Mike Squires. Batting third and in center field is Chester Lemon. Batting cleanup in right field is Rusty Kuntz. Batting fifth in left field is Ron Pruitt. Batting sixth and at shortstop is Fran Mullins. Batting seventh and DHing is Henry Cruz. Batting eighth and at second base is Manny Trio. And batting ninth and doing the catching today is Bruce Kim. And Milt Wilcox back from his injury. He only missed 1 start due to having 2 days off in between there. And I don't know, I hope it does him some good. He was terrible in his first 2 starts, pitching 5 2/3 innings, giving up 11 runs. Opponents were practically batting .500 against him. So let's hope that he's healthy and ready to help us turn the corner. Here's Joe Gates batting leadoff against Milt Wilcox. This is a manufactured card of Joe Gates, a really nice looking one from Jeremy. And Wilcox strikes out Joe Gates. So that's a good start for Milt. And with 1 down, Mike Squires comes up and hits a fly ball that dies right on the warning track for the 2nd out. So 2 down. Next up is Chet Lemon. And Wilcox walks Lemon. Sorry about that. So runner on first for Rusty Kuntz, batting cleanup. This is usually where Marv Foley bats in the lineup, but Bruce Kim is in there today. And Kuntz hits a ground ball to Brookins at third, and he throws it away. So the runners advance to second and third on the error by Brookins, who's the superior defensive player over Wayne Gross, but not on that put out. And he gets another chance, and it gets by him for a base hit. Pruitt's got himself a 2-run double, and we're down 2-0. Just like that. Oh my gosh. Both of those runs are unearned. So Pruitt on second for Fran Mullins, and Wilcox strikes out Mullins. So a terrible start for Detroit. And we go to the top of the 2nd inning. 2-0 White Sox. Just Barry Bonnell getting a chance to play today against the lefty, and he pops out to the outfield grass to short, and that's going to be the first out, so 1 down. Here's Marty Castillo, called up from the minors because of Ed Putman getting traded to the A's, and he flies out to center field. So 2 down for Tommy Brookins, looking to atone for his error, and he hits a ground ball to second, and Manny Trio throws him out. So we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Henry Cruz leading off the inning. This is a manufactured card. Pretty good looking one. And Henry Cruz hits a line drive to right center field, and it's going to be caught on the warning track once again by Gary Hancock. 1 down. Manny Trio up next. Free agent signing by the Sox. And he hits a ground ball to Trammell at short. That's the 2nd out. Next up is Bruce Kim, and Kim gets himself a base hit to left field all the way to the wall, and he's got himself a double. Bruce Kim was actually a Detroit Tiger draft pick, and now, as in real life, it was traded to the White Sox. So Wilcox follows up the double with a walk to Joe Gates, and it's 1st and 2nd now with 2 outs. Up next is Mike Squires. Squires hits a ground ball to Whitaker, and we get out of the inning going to the top of the 3rd. 2-0. Just wanted to point out also that our record at 8-9 is the only time since I've been doing this series that we've been under 500. I went back and checked, and we've never been below 500. So again, we're hoping to turn the corner as Lou Whitaker, now batting in the 9th spot, gets a walk. So runner on first, and here's Rickey Henderson, his 2nd plate appearance. And he hits a ground ball right to Trio, and they turn 2. Oh, Rickey. So 2 down for Tram. And another hit for Trammell. He's 2 for 2 on the day. And no, we're not going to try to do that. We don't want to get thrown out. We're going to try to steal second base. Get a runner into scoring position for Kemp. And that works. Trammell steals second base. And an opportunity for Kemp to drive in a run. And he strikes out. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Milt Wilcox at 44 pitches. Chet Lemon steps in and hits a ground ball to second base. Whitaker tosses him out. One down for Rusty Kuntz, batting .328 with 2 home runs. And he hits it into the right center field gap, gets all the way to the wall for a double. That is the third double for the Sox. Wait, all their hits have been doubles? Is that right? I guess it is. So runner on second. Here's Ron Pruitt, another manufactured card. And Pruitt hits a ground ball that Trammell can get to, throws him out. That's 2 down. And that'll leave it up to Fran Mullins, who does have a home run in his career against Milt Wilcox. And Mullins hits a ground ball to short. And we get out of the inning. So we strand the runner at second base. We go to the top of the fourth. 2-0. White Sox. Parrish leading off. And Parrish hits a fly ball to center field that Lemon tracks down, and that's 1 out. Up next is Gary Hancock hitting a ground ball to second. And Trio makes the play. So with 2 down, Barry Bonnell steps in, 0 for 1 against Matlack, and he hits a ground ball to short. And a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth with Henry Cruz leading off. And Cruz hits a line drive to right. Hancock makes the play. There's 1 out. Up next is Manny Trio. Trio hits a ground ball to Whitaker at second. There's the 2nd out. And with 2 down, here's number 9 hitter Bruce Kim. And he shoots it into right center field. And there's another double. So all extra base hits for the Sox. And we get back to the leadoff hitter. We're going to pull the outfield in. Gates doesn't have any power, so I don't want him to just drop one in. As he gets a base hit through the infield and drives in a run. It's 3-0. RBI single by Gates. Gates has excellent speed. And with 2 down, Squires hits a ground ball to Castillo at first, and that'll end the inning. So the White Sox get another run on the board. It's 3-0. Marty Castillo leading off the inning. And there's a base hit to left field. That is Castillo's first hit of the year. And, part of me wants to do a sack bunt, but we just have to get some hits strung together. Hey, we'll take a wild pitch from Matlack. I think I said Matlack. So runner at second on that wild pitch. Here's Tommy Brookins. And Brookins strikes out swinging. So 1 down. Here's Sweet Lou. He had a base hit first time through the order. And he hits a looping fly ball to left field. It's going to be caught by Pruitt, and there's no point in risking getting the 3rd out at third. And we're going to give Rickey Henderson another shot here. We're hoping for magic every time he comes up. And he gets walked, but second base is occupied, so can't do any stealing here. We're going to hope that Trammell could come through. He's 2 for 2. And he hits a line drive right at third. And that'll end the inning. So wasted opportunity. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Chicago. Chet Lemon leading off the inning, hitting a fly ball to center field. And the center fielder, Rickey Henderson, makes the catch. And that is followed up by Rusty Kuntz, who gets another double. So 5 out of the 6 hits are doubles. I remember when the Sox outfield was so much further back. It's only at 409 in center field, so I'm not sure where all these doubles are coming from. Ron Pruitt hits a fly ball to left field. That is the second out. So 2 down for Fran Mullins, and Mullins is going to pop it up on the first base side. And the ball is dropped by Castillo at first base, and everybody is safe. Wow, this is pretty bad. If it's not our pitching, it's our defense, and now our hitting isn't coming around. So we are struggling in all aspects as Cruz hits a ground ball to short, and the sure-handed Trammell throws him out. We go to the top of the 6th. 3-0. We're going to flip it over to the in-game stats. I guess if we had to give player of the game at this juncture, it would probably be Trammell going 2 for 3 with the stolen base. So Steve Kemp's going to lead off, and he bloops it into right field, caught by Rusty Kuntz. 1 down for Parrish. Parrish hits a ground ball to second. There's 2 outs. That's going to leave it up to Gary Hancock. And Hancock hits a ground ball to third, and that ends the inning. Okay, well, so Wilcox is at 81 pitches, but this is the bottom of the lineup. So we're going to try to get him through one more inning here. And, of course, Manny Trio leads off with the base hit. We're going to guard the lines and maybe try to turn 2 here. And Kim gets a base hit to right, so that's not going to happen. And that's going to do it for Wilcox. Another horrible performance. And we have lefties, so here's Bob Lacey. Now, Bob Lacey did not pitch for the A's in the majors this year. He just pitched in the minors, not great. He was really just a throw-in in that deal. And last year, he was not great. And in 1979, he was not great. So what I'm saying is he was not good. But we're going to give him a shot. And we're going to pull the infield in against Gates. And there's a base hit through the left side, through the drawn-in infield. And that's an RBI single for Joe Gates. That's his second RBI today. It's 4-0 Sox. Mike Squires follows that up with a ground ball that gets past Brookins at third. And now it's first and third. And the score is 5-0. So Lacey did not get a single person out. Going to bring in Bob Stanley. Down 5-0. I guess it doesn't matter. We're going to keep the infield back and try to turn 2. If somebody can throw a ground ball. Nope, there's a base hit to left field. And the run scores from third. Lemon has himself an RBI single. It is 6-0. Still nobody out. So this is the makings of that 10-run inning that the Orioles had in that 18-2 victory, where I think it was 9 straight batters reached. There's a base hit from Kuntz. So bases are loaded now for Ron Pruitt. Now we are going to pull the infield in. And Stanley strikes out Pruitt. There's the first out of the inning. So we're going to keep everybody back here. Again, try to turn 2 on the 159 hitting Mullins. And he hits a line drive to left. Caught by Kemp. And a run will score on that sac fly. So 2 down. Henry Cruz up next. He's a lefty. We're going to let him pitch. I mean, what's the worst that could happen at this point? And he flies out to center. A 4-run inning by the Sox. And it is 7-0. And I'm incredibly frustrated at this point. I'm not really sure what else to do. I mean, Matlack is a good pitcher in this game, so it's not as if we're losing to a 5th starter. He's the ace of the staff. But I did not expect it to be so bad. And with Brookins making that error, then letting 2 balls get by him at third. And, Our relief pitchers not being able to put anything together. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Manny Trio grounds out to short. Up next is Bruce Kim. Kim hits a line drive to right. Back to the top of the lineup for Joe Gates. Gates hits a ground ball to Brookins. And Brookins makes the play. We go to the 8th inning. 7-0. Matlack at the century mark now for pitches as Whitaker pops out to the third baseman in foul ground. Here we are with Rickey Henderson. An inauspicious debut as he grounds out to second base. I'm sure there's better days ahead for Rickey. And another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And let's see, we got one lefty, bunch of righties. I mean, we may as well let Stanley keep pitching. Mike Squires hits a ground ball to short. There's one out. Here's Chet Lemon. Lemon hitting a fly ball to left field. That's the second out. That's going to leave it up to Rusty. And, of course, he gets a base hit to left. Gets all the way to the wall. There's another double. 13 hits for the White Sox. So runner on second for Pruitt. And Stanley walks him. So first and second now. 2 down. Here's Fran Mullins. And Mullins pops it up on the infield. And Trammell makes the play for the third out. We're going to the 9th. This is our last opportunity. Steve Kemp leading off. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout today. And he hits a ground ball to Mullins. There's one out. Next up is Lance Parrish. Parrish strikes out. That is the 5th K for Matlack. It's going to leave it up to Gary Hancock. And Hancock grounds out to first to end the game. Wow, I was so amped up for this start, and we lose 7-0. Probably in the worst possible way coming off of that horrible series in Baltimore. So we lose 7-0. Let's take a look at the standings. We're 8-10. Gosh, we're only one game better than the Cleveland Indians, and that is a terrible team. The Yankees on a run, 6 in a row, moving them up into third place. That's impressive. Let's take a look at the transactions. So since that trade, as you can see all the components of it here, Wayne Krenchicki, who we just left in Baltimore, his hitting streak ended at 22 games. That's impressive. Then some injuries here. Well, Kirby Puckett is going to be gone for 3 weeks for the Twinkies. And Tom Seaver is going to be out for 3 months for the Cincinnati Reds. So we're going to pull up the box score and get out of here. Man, just a terrible, terrible, disappointing game. And I guess we're going to give the player of the game to Trammell, who went 4, had a stolen base. 3 doubles by Rusty Kuntz, 2 for Kim, and 1 there for Ron Pruitt. Matlack goes to 1-1. Milt Wilcox, who didn't pitch horribly, he goes to 0-2. He does lower his ERA to 11.81, so I guess that's something. But that's going to do it here from Comiskey Park. We're going to come back tomorrow, try to be better. Until then, everyone, have a great day.